Yes, that's better. Okay, so who I'm doing is Shiloh Jolie Pitt. So Shiloh Jolie Pitt is we've done her in class, like I've done it in every class that I teach basically. When we're talking about families, so when a child is born, etc., and the effects of that child on a parent, both parents, that sort of thing. So for a fire element, elementally for a fire element, fire needs fire child is noisy, a noisy child. They don't stop, they're impulsive, they fail to see the consequence of their actions, that kind of thing. So it's kind of like life's just an adventure, all right, for a fire child. But keep in mind, then there was the twins, and the twins are a water element. And water by nature, they mercilessly will put out this fire because there's two of them, not just one. Even though her dad in her chart is a water element, it's just due. But when you have two of them, so there's got to be that balance, and that balance is you've got to value fire's inspiration, because fire goes up, it rises, and water is down, so it needs to have more courage, more nurturing. All right. So this fire that Shiloh is sits on a dragon. Now, when we see this again, it means brothers, sisters, siblings, all of that sort of thing, whether adopted, whether by biological, whether step kids, etc. So for her, in the year she is born, this is what we then say is 0 to 15 for her. So 0 to 15, it's people like her. Okay. Now, there's a dog here and a dragon here. The dog and the dragon, when they appear like this, we call it a clash. And a clash means that the dragon is the gate of heaven, the dog is the gate to the underworld. And so she's kind of got that mediumship or sixth sense. Maybe she doesn't talk about it, maybe no one listens, that sort of thing. But she does get a lot of downloads. Now, because there's fire here, and this is siblings, it means all of them are trapped. They are all actually trapped. And for her in particular, from 7 to now, this is yang water, so it's like tsunami water. It's not the little trickling water that her dad is, the dew. This is another person in authority that puts out this fire. And I would just say that's her mum, because there is no other, like her dad's partner doesn't have anything to do with her or tells her what she can and can't do. So I'd say it's her mother. So this then becomes that this, we're saying mother here. I'm going to say mother here actually. So that yang water is putting her out and the rest of the family, all the kids, all right? This water is like it keeps cleaning the slate. No, we're going this way. No, we're doing this, that type of thing. The other thing is it sits on a dragon, the 10-year cycle she is in. That's not mum, but I'm saying that that other water person in authority that is saying no and stopping this fire from being is mum. So this water sits on a dragon. We already have what we call a challenge, the dragon and the dog. And now there's another dragon when she turned 7. So when she turned 7, not only was she trapped between heaven and the underworld, this is now a penalty on anything she says. It's like whatever she says, it's like a slap in the face afterwards. So let's say, for instance, she wanted to be called John. They let that happen. They let that happen and maybe gave her no choices if you want to do this or whatever, or decided to just go with the whole thing. So this leaves a child trapped, and it also is a penalty. So the child is like, well, you're not allowing me to do this, but you're allowing me to do this. Okay, it's all behind closed doors too, because it's bottom. No one gets to see it. Now, the beauty of this is There were no puberty blockers. There were no hormones. There were no surgeries. She just grew out of being John. And she's back as this absolutely stunning, gorgeous child of Jolie and Pip. So, so what do you think? They're going to have a cement slab? No, gorgeous girl. The thing here that is happening is she's coming out of 15, or she's come out of 15. She should already be out of it. Although, yeah, we don't hear much about it. But someone wanted me to do this, and I said, yeah, we do it in class. So I thought I'd do it here, and they sent me a picture. I'm going to post the picture of her to show this. So it's the thumbnail for it. And you'll see how absolutely gorgeous this child is. So as John, she actually did look like a mini Brad. And, I know some people used to say that's because she wanted to look like her dad, blah, 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 blah. And she did. I'm telling you, she did. So, anyway, so now she's 15 onwards. 15 onwards is a little bit of pressure. And this is the snake. So the snake actually it's fire as well. So she steps out of her skin and moves on to another adventure as Shiloh. And it is all there. It's like, when we do it in class, we are either concentrating on the self element, or we're concentrating on the power element, or we're concentrating on what she can and can't do. But she is still trapped in this, but now she has this to step out, and she's coming out of this. So when I say this water here is like Jude, that's her dad. This, like I said, it is her mum putting her out, and it's a penalty, but she's coming out of this. She's out of this basically. And what is she in? She is in metal, yin metal, which is a diamond, shiny, jewelry, gorgeous, that sort of thing, and on a romance flower. So again, gorgeous, wow, that type of thing. The beauty of this is this yin metal with this fire is two people coming together, romance flower, romance flower. So she may actually already have somebody that we don't know about, or they're not in the picture yet. But this says there's somebody there, okay? This rabbit harmonizes with this dog. So for her, I would have said, wear a rabbit. But she just happens to come into a rabbit for 10 years. So this rabbit harmonizes this dog. So the trap that she feels with the siblings is, instead of it being this much, it's only that much. Okay. And you'll be able to cope with this much, but not the way that it was until she turned 15, basically. Now, the year 2022 is also the Yang water, which put pressure on her, but underneath it is a tiger. So the tiger harmonizes with this dog as well, and it's healing. Okay. So again, we've got the rabbit harmonizing with the dog, the tiger of the year harmonizing with the dog. Next year is a rabbit as well, harmonizing with this dog. So it stops this challenge. Her most challenging year would be 2024, when another dragon comes in, and it could feel like she's trapped. But this dragon doesn't actually have water above. It has wood, and the wood fuels this fire and grounds her. And that's what 2022 has also done. It's that wood that is grounding as well at the same time. The wood also attacks this fire because it's a tiger. Even though it fuels this fire, it also attacks it. And this is the mother element in her chart. And that means that in the chart, the tiger is keeping this snake at bay, but there could be issues that are caused from this. So because the tiger and the water of this year is also a travel star, she could actually go out and then be with her dad. I don't know. But because it's yin water on a rabbit in 2023, the yin water is dad in her chart. So she could be spending more time with her dad not with her mum, which mum won't be happy about, we all know, but good on her. So that's how we are looking at her chart today. And thank you for sending it, Tin. Uh, um, it's different to the charts that I normally do. And the other thing is she not only has that mediumship or clairvoyancy as well. There's 1 fire, 2 fire, 3 fires. 3 fires is a heightened enlightenment as well. So if you think she's just going to be on a stage and that's it, no, this is going to take the world by storm. You can tell me I'm right later. Okay, hope you enjoyed that.